what a matchup we have for you. Part of what makes this the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. It's the Vikings and the Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Vikings head coach. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Cuts it upfield. It's Gilmore. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to the well. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. To the air, it's Beasley. Look out! And they got him.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. Play action on 1st down. The quick game. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
1st down for the offense.
Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Throwing right. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Running inside, it's Montgomery. At the 20, he's got space. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Vikings trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throws to the tight end. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
On the return, it's Lovett. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bell. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Selling the fake. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
25 on the play. And that's good enough for a first down.
The Vikings come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sets his feet. It's Frost. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Right side, it's Montgomery.
And defensively on 3rd down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle him, and you got to get him to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the 4th down.
And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Just one of those mistakes that can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Off-play action on first down. Pulls it in. Bulldozes his way through. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Offense in a bunch formation. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Out wide right, it's Woodard. Across the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play, it didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the 1st.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Sells the run, wants to pass. Left side, it's Woodard. Snags it, and there's running room. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. The Vikings line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Montgomery. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Motion from the wide receiver. Got it back on 2nd and goal. And he gets nothing. And this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top.
Touchdown, Vikings! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 24.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional.
Caught, and he's got room. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Wolfpack might just keep spinning it after that last one. On the delay, it's Gilmore. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Pack's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Beasley. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
They boot it away. Catches it at the 15. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. See some running room. He's out past the 35. He's loose. The 30. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Vikings! No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Number 48 set to kick this one away.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They give it back to him. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Still running at the 35. There he goes. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
That That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Looking to pass. It's Beasley. This time on target. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Keeps it himself. The pitch. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Boy, they could have used that one to cut into the deficit, but guys, still a 3-score ball game. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield. It's Frost. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Sells the run, looking to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Brooks. Makes the grab, and down immediately, he picks up a few. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. From the gun. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Second and long here. Drops back. It's Beasley. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. The Wolfpack will get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Gets rid of it. Maybe tried to baby that one in there.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Deep in the end zone, it's Moore. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Frost. With the catch, it's Montgomery. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turn wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Makes the grab. Shakes a man, and he might take off. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Good enough for a first down.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. From the gun, it's Montgomery. Got the first down. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Utah, taking on the number 5 team, the Washington Huskies.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback.
And it's the Huskies on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Now let's take a peek at...
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. The run inside. It's Montgomery. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Under pressure. Finds his back in the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight.
Wide open on the right. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Viking. He got a step and just dusted the field. His third touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total, as he now has 7 on the year. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Hits inside. It's Gilmore.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Caught behind the line. It's Brooks. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw, it's Beasley. Reels it in. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. They'll try the counter. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, and especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got him still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
The Wolfpack picked up that last 1st down with a completion. Let's see what they do here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From deep, it's Moore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. On play action. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Well, the defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Back to throw, it's Frost. Takes a hit as he fires. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Vikings will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. In the backfield, it's Gilmore. Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Quick give. It's Gilmore. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Beasley. Out wide left, it's Valentine. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a 1st down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Got enough for the 1st down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Just about to turn the corner into the back half of the season here on EA Sports College Football. It is Week 7. It's the Vikings and the Wolfpack. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Coming out with it, it's Moore. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gilmore.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Finds a crease, it's Gilmore. Enough to move the chains. Finds a crease at the 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Well, a big key for this offense we knew coming into this one was to get the running game established, and they're wasting no time, David. Great vision. He gets into the second level, is able to make people miss, and he is off to the races for an early score for this offense.
So nice to have a playmaker you can get the football to, and he can take it all the way down the field, make people miss, outrun them, really set the tone for this football game. First possession, running the football like that, just how they wanted to start.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Wants to throw. It's Frost. Makes the grab. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Man, these in-breaking routes are so hard from these slot guys because you're so worried about them flying up the field vertically. Nice job sitting down, breaking in, finding a little hole, making a catch.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script.
Intercepted! Oh, what a play! The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. Looking for a big play. Upstairs, he's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide open receiver.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Just blew his way through a couple of defenders and reached Hader.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Going for the big play. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. That holding call backs them up 10. It's now 1st and 20. Back to pass. It's Frost. Rush is on. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Right side, it's Odom. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Yeah, awesome job. You see a guy, extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the 1st down. Great job, great read.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Wants to keep it in the air. Throws for the tight end. Gets a hand in there.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. It's Fox. Flying down the right side. Into the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. To throw, it's Frost. They'll run the screen. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
And turnovers are so pivotal to winning a football game. Last week, man, he put it on the deck as well, and they lost by a possession. This week, you fumble again. Man, you've got to take care of the football. That's always priority number one for every single offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
All over him immediately.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Vikings. Number 10 with the return.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Hit as he throws. Just gets rid of that one.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Beasley. Rush right in his face. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. One final play before the end of the quarter. Fails to play fake, wants to throw on first down. Stepping to the right. Blasted as he lets it go.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Running inside. It's Montgomery. He's got the first down. Touchdown, Vikings! And they take it in for 6 more points. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Will the offenses continue to walk it up and down the field, or is there a defensive stop somewhere as we start the second quarter? Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man, it's Beasley. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Driven back. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Caught in the backfield, it's Diaz. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throwing on the run. He's got it way down the field. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Straight ahead, it's Gilmore. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. Fights off the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Send the tight end in motion. Oh, pressure's coming. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Caught in the backfield, it's Gilmore. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Back to throw, it's Beasley. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Splits the uprights. Good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wideout. Play action on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I think the quarterback just needs to settle down and take his time. Be confident knowing you can step into these throws. When you step into it, it'll help your accuracy. That throw, throwing it off his back foot, led to the incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
In the red area, it's Gilmore. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking for a man. It's Beasley. Just got rid of that one.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll send out the kicker here. Oh, and he missed it. No good. The lead is still 6 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. 2nd down coming up. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run him again. Uh-oh, look out. Turning it on. The 50. He's at the 30. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Out wide right, it's Woodard. Touchdown, Vikings! And we've got a shootout. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gonna run it. It's Gilmore. He's got enough. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. He rifles one deep to the left. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Moving the pocket, it's Beasley. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Riley. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the 1st half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
The Wolfpack picked up that last 1st down with a completion. Let's see what they do here. Run in the red zone. It's Gilmore. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things, because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look at Utah taking on the number 5 team, the Washington Huskies. And it's the Huskies on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Now let's take a look at some other top 25 action going on around the country.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Beasley.
And how impressed are you right now at this defensive line here early in the second half? They are getting a tremendous pass rush up front. It doesn't matter what you do in the back end, coverage-wise, blitz-wise. If those dudes up front win the one-on-ones, for any offense, it's going to be an issue. And now, David, they've got this offense backed right up against the wall.
Man, they got them backed up right where they want them. A big opportunity not only to get points for their offense in the future, but maybe get points on their defense, right? When you back them up right here, how aggressive do you want to be? Because as a play caller, I know the defense can be aggressive, which also means I can take shots and sometimes make big plays.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Searching for space. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. First play of this drive. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to...
Throws toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, it's Montgomery. Might have a chance. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Moves the pocket. It's Frost. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David, and you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Just drives it between the uprights. The lead is down to a field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Just feeds the running back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Looking downfield, it's Beasley. On the move. Out wide left, it's Valentine. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, ready. Ready, 5, 2, go.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Going to field this one in tight quarters. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback and gain a couple of yards.
Off-play action. Looking to the big tight end. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Frost. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase and bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking for space. It's Gilmore. Oh, he's got some space. Smacks him with the stiff arm. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Left side is Fox. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Good, right down the boulevard. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. On the return, it's Moore. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. On the run, it's Montgomery. Got the first down. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They'll give it to him again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The play fake. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Right side, it's Hardy. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39, and it'll be fourth down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Oh, what a cut! He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Dropping back, it's Beasley. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Makes the catch around the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the move, it's Montgomery. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score. And that ball is live in the backfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Scooped and scored. Touchdown, Vikings!
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lane. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. What a costly mistake and what a big play by the defense to get the football back on the interception. And now this offense can drive down and take the lead. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Dropping back, it's Beasley. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic, and the returner goes down. The Vikings open this drive as the offense looks ready to go. I know when a guy's thrown 3 interceptions, it's not good, but everything hasn't been bad. They've moved the ball a little bit. They just keep self-destruct. Makes a grab and room to run. Inside the 30. Oh, he got loose. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Back to pass, it's Frost. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Trying to barrel in. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. Third and goal coming. They're going to run it. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Looking for room. It's Gilmore. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
To the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore safety that the trainers are taking a look at. We'll let you know how he's doing as soon as we find out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Gilmore. Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Wide receiver going in motion. Scanning the field, it's Beasley. Caught in the backfield, it's Brooks. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Here comes the offense on second down.
Here we go. Ready. Run 18. Go.
Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Turns it upfield. Turns it on in midfield. He's stopped.
And why would you not go back to him? I mean, he's caught everything thrown his way. He's been the focal point of this offense. They need a play late in the football game. They find him again. If I'm this defense, I got to make sure I'm doing everything I can to take him away.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On the move. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
And you wonder if mechanically something is off with this kicker. That's now his second missed field goal of the day. And guys, we've got almost perfect conditions to kick the football. I'm not sure what's going on.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll run it. It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You had to wonder about this guy's confidence coming into this one. He put it on the ground in their last game. They lost. He had to hear about it all week long in the media, and now he's just put it on the ground again.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and it's important. The lead is a touchdown now at 6. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Deep in the end zone, it's more. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Fires to the middle. It's complete. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
And first down for the offense.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Fresh center downs going to the air. He's taking a deep shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
At the 12-yard line. First down for the offense.
This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Fresh set of downs going up top. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.